Good evening, and I'll officially call to order the Town Board meeting of June 18th, 2014. I would ask everyone to please rise for the pledge. And tonight, I would ask our friend from PBA and Family First if she would lead us in the pledge. Katie?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. I'll ask our clerk to please call the roll.
Cole?
Here.
LaFountain?
Here.
Metzler?
Here.
Moore?
Here.
Quinn?
Here. Okay, before we get started with our two public hearings, I'm going to again recognize Katie from Family First. If she would join us for her updated announcement on an event coming up.
All right, thank you very much for having me here tonight. I'm here on behalf of the PBA to talk about the Shepherd Home Golf Tournament. So at Family First, it is our pleasure again this year to be the lead sponsor of the 2014 Shepherd Home Golf Tournament, which is on July 14th. And one of the philosophies that Family First was built on is supporting our community, and we take that commitment really seriously. Sponsoring this event helps us give back to the community that we serve, and it also gives our staff a chance to meet face-to-face with many of the people we work with on a daily basis. I will be there selling some really exciting raffle tickets, so stop in and see me. But not only do we support the tournament with our sponsorship, but we also have volunteers such as myself there to help that day sell a lot of different raffles and fundraisers, setup. We work out on the course, we give snacks, and of course the auction items that the committee puts together and gathers to give out to the golfers and the guests that participate. No matter how many sponsors we have, though, there's always room for more. These are fantastic opportunities to raise awareness and visibility for your business at a very popular and well-attended event here in Penfield that draws golfers from all over the Rochester community. In addition to your sponsorship, you can also donate items such as gift certificates, prize baskets, unique gifts such as getaway weekends and event tickets, or even donate small items for the golfer bags or beverages and snacks for the day. There really is something for everybody. And this really touches home for Family First, too, because we had one of our board members had the need for hospice care recently. And he was, Gary Lazenby, he was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer on May 2nd. And because of the advanced stage of his cancer, he was admitted to Strong Hospital on May 7th. And due to some complications, he wasn't actually able to undergo treatment. And Gary ended up passing away on May 26th from his illness. So this cause is really close to our heart here at the credit union, and that's just one of the many reasons we're really proud to sponsor for the fourth year in a row the PBA golf tournament to benefit Shepherd Home.
Great. Excellent. So one more time, date and time.
July 14th, I believe registration kicks off at 10:30 a.m. and it's at the Penfield Country Club. And for more information, you can go to penfieldbusiness.org.
Great. Terrific. Looking forward to it. And who's in charge of the nice weather?
I'm going to put that on you,
Okay.
Mr. LaFountain.
All right. We'll see what we can do.
Well done.
Thank you.
Okay. Touche. Thank you.
Very good answer.
All right. Katie, thanks again. Let's now start with our two public hearings. I'll ask our clerk to please read the first one.
To allow outdoor dining at 1857 Penfield Road, located in our Four Corners zoning district. The legal notice was published in the Penfield Post on June 5th, 2014, posted on the town website and the town clerk bulletin board. 22 postcards were mailed and 3 homeowner associations were notified.
Okay, great. And I'll ask Mr. Horowitz, is this properly before the board?
Yes, it is.
Okay, terrific. And as the applicant is getting ready to introduce this proposal, what I'll say is that the board has received all the material that you submitted to Mr. Costello, and so the board has got that in our possession, have had an opportunity to take a look at it. But for the record, we would ask that you describe the project, give us details such as hours of the deck and those types of things. So with that, welcome.
Thank you. It's good to be back, and thanks for taking the time. Basically, Itacate would like to open for outdoor dining. an area of 16 by 16 feet, okay, outside in the what is now a parking lot area. Very simple, straightforward, about 4 or 5 tables for dining use only. Probably lunch, definitely dinner, ambience music, just another reason for folks to stop by the Four Corners and enjoy a nice meal. That's straightforward and simple.
The hours, how long would you anticipate having it open at night?
Well, the restaurant closes at, the dining closes at 10 o'clock.
Right.
On weekends, the bar is open until midnight. But really, service in that area will be mainly 10 o'clock, 10:30-ish at most. No music, other than ambience music in the area.
Lighting? I mean, it's
Lighting
outdoors.
very subdued, something. Right now is whatever we have in existence. Right now, we have two lights that illuminate the area for patrons to go back to their cars, that kind of thing. And I expect that to remain the same.
Is it a 16 by 16 slab, or are you going to have
It's going to be-
walls around it, or?
It's going to be a deck
Yeah.
that
Oh,
is
deck,
going
yes.
to be, is going to have a 4-foot rail, yes. And it's going to be raised a little bit so that the current slant in the parking lot does not affect the dining. Maybe a little inclination for water drainage, and that's about it.
Is it like you would go through the bar area where you have your
No.
pool table to get to it?
No, you walk into the restaurant, to the bar, and out to the deck right now. Okay, so access to the deck will be from the inside.
Are you changing your layout there? I mean, I
No.
know down, well, you have that, you got the big pool table there in between the bar and the,
That's
gonna
something that
change
we
that?
are revising or considering, thinking about, what makes more sense, and hopefully having the outdoor dining area will tell us what direction should we go with that particular area where the pool table is. Yeah, maybe more dining.
yeah, hey, I think that'd be an excellent suggestion. But,
Thank you.
So you're looking to do is it a concrete deck or a wooden deck or what?
It will be, I expect it to be a wooden deck, yes.
Okay.
When you mention it's going to be placed in an area where there's currently parking,
Mhm.
do you anticipate adding additional parking somewhere else within the property, or just removing two or three spots?
We will lose one spot.
One spot?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Do you have to go into the hill? You have that hill right there. Do you have to? You're on that slope right by.
The slope, yeah, and parking really with us, as we spoke last time I visited, we share parking with the daycare center.
Oh, no, I meant when you put the deck up. Do you have to, when you put the deck up, will you have to, go into the hill to provide the deck?
Oh, no, not at all.
It's all right in the,
It will be all in what is currently macadam or asphalt. Yeah.
Do you have any planned landscaping or buffering sort of on the outside of the deck to help shield it from maybe neighboring parcels, or help buffer the music at all?
Because it will be just ambience music, I don't. However, we can always have an 8-foot fencing, like Home Depot.
Like a divider kind
Yeah, a divider fencing,
Okay.
kind of, yeah, if that's important. But I do not expect decibels to be quite high, to be quite honest with you.
Okay.
But we definitely are ready to react if necessary.
Yeah, I think the concern would be that you're so close to a residential neighborhood. We've had this with other restaurants where we want to make sure that any music is not going beyond, your property.
Gotcha.
So that it's kept to a minimum there, and that the residents in the neighborhood there can't hear the music,
In the
Invisibility.
in the plan that I provide, or in the little sketch that I provided, I should say, then we could probably do this corner, it will be the southeastern corner of the deck. Maybe put 2 8x8s right in here, where that corner will cover some, or muffle some of the sound.
I think that would also make it a little more intimate, too, for diners.
Great
like that.
idea.
Well, with the back, I mean, with the work that was done there a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, it's definitely open as you move down into the little, the valley there, I guess, between
Correct.
your house, your property and Woodside. So, yeah, the wall may add some privacy there and just cut down
Absolutely.
on visibility.
Great.
Yep.
Little flowers won't hurt either.
Would you have any problem if the hours for serving went to 9:30 and then the deck closed at 10 o'clock?
No, not at all.
And the reason I say that is that Councilman Quinn and Councilwoman Metzler indicate there are neighbors that are pretty close right there. And, so the sensitivity obviously is to be good neighbors,
Absolutely.
both ways. And so you had indicated that no live music, which I think is very good. And then you said some low-level music at some point, but not immediately.
Correct.
You had indicated in your letter. And, but if we were to say, stop serving at 9:30 and then deck closed at 10 o'clock, you would not have a problem with
Not a
that
problem
from a
whatsoever.
business standpoint? Okay, great.
Yeah, I don't even think it's the music as much as chatter, people talk and it kind of carries, where you're located, it could carry up the hill, just.
Absolutely. We have been there now a year and a half, I think, and for the most part, they behave really good. And so I don't anticipate anything, the dynamics really changing, other than make it a little more spacious and comfortable
Right.
for them, attractive for them.
Did you talk to any of the neighbors? Did you go up the hill or anything on Woodside or? I know, we probably
I've
sent
had-
postcard to everybody, but.
Yeah, I've had 2 or 3 of them stop by and say hello, and had nice conversations. 2 or 3 wish me luck.
Very good.
Okay. Board, other comments, questions for Jose?
No, I'm good.
Okay. So Jose, if you would just sit tight for a minute. Is there anyone that signed up to speak on behalf of this application?
No.
Okay. Is there anyone in the audience that did not sign up but would like to address this particular matter? And again, this is outdoor dining at 1857 Penfield Road. Okay. And then, Mr. Costello, I always like to ask, is there anything that, from a staff standpoint, that you believe should be entered into the record that has not already been entered in? Jim Costello, our Director of Developmental Services.
Thank you, Mr. LaFountain. No, the only thing I want to bring to the board's attention is I did meet with the fire marshal regarding the amount of dining that he'd be permitted to have under the state building code. And actually, the number is 17 for the size of the deck. I think he's proposing between 16 and 20. He'd have to be limited to 16 just because of the size of the deck. And I think that's not an issue. I think you were happy with that.
Yep,
so.
and we saw a note to that effect, I think, addressed as part of that.
Yep.
So, okay. Thank you, Mr. Costello. Jose, anything additional that we haven't spoken about that you believe is pertinent to this particular application that you'd like to make part of the record?
Not at this time.
Okay. So let's talk about next steps, and this will also apply to our next applicant when we hear the second application. The next time that the board will talk about this will be next Wednesday, back here in work session. You're welcome to come. That meeting starts at 7 o'clock. That is a discussion between the board and staff, and gives us an opportunity to further vet out any items or materials that we might need or wish to see on behalf of the application. And again, you're welcome to come and listen in on that. And if you can't make it, you certainly can give Mr. Costello a call, 340-8642, the next day, and he can update you as to what discussion the board had. So with that, and seeing no other input on this particular application, we'll declare this public hearing officially closed. I'll ask our clerk then to read our next public hearing.
to allow a consignment clothing store at 1865 Penfield Road, located in the Four Corners zoning district. The legal notice was published in the Penfield Post on June 5th, 2014, and posted on the town website and the town clerk bulletin board. 21 postcards were mailed, and 3 homeowner associations were notified.
Great, thank you very much. And Mr. Horowitz, this is properly before the
Yes,
board?
it is.
Thank you very much. And Shannon, similar to the other application, we would just ask that you give us an overview, talk about hours of operation, number of employees, any signage, those types of matters. We also have your packet as well, so we've had at least an opportunity to read through the materials you submitted to Mr. Costello.
Great.
So, welcome.
Thank you. My name is Shannon Oscom, and I'm looking for a permit to open a clothing consignment shop. The hours of operations, I'm thinking right now, are 10 a.m. to 8:30 weekdays, Monday through Saturday, and then Sunday 11 to 4. There would be 1 staff person in the shop during those hours, and myself.
Okay.
As far as signage, just on the door, the lettering that goes on the door.
What were the hours during the week again?
10 to 8:30.
8:30, okay.
What are you going to call yourself?
I'm working on that.
Okay, so we don't know what the sign will say just yet?
No.
Yeah.
And the only signage you're proposing is the sign on the door itself?
Yes, in the window.
Right there.
Shannon, what's the square footage of the area that you'll be utilizing?
That I don't know.
We always like to throw in these, trick questions as we have. Is it the exact same footprint that the dessert or the cupcake lady had at the time?
Yes, it's the same. It's unchanged. Not going to do any remodeling.
Okay, so you use that area without any remodeling, you're just going to utilize that area?
Right.
Now, there's some space in the basement, will you be utilizing the space as well in the basement?
Yep, for some storage. Seasonal, the merchandise probably will keep out as seasonal, so we'd have whichever season's out in the floor and then the other stuff in the basement.
So you're not looking to use the basement as any kind of display area or customer
No.
area?
No.
And beyond the sign, would you do any exterior improvements, any painting or anything to the
No,
building? or-
I would leave that to the landlord.
Okay. And you say only 3 to 4 people at a time you'd expect in the building?
Yeah, based on, my experience with other consignment shops, visiting them and just getting a feel for, it's a smaller space, not a lot of traffic flow necessarily, so,
Have you done this before?
no.
Okay. Wonder if you had a
But
follow-up.
shop there, yeah.
Mhm.
Shop and research the different stores.
Gotcha.
They're
Good.
popping up everywhere.
So will this be a store where people can consign their clothing and then get a certain percentage back and?
Right, yes. I would get a percentage.
And also go shop.
Yeah.
Within walking distance of my house, and that's not good for me, I don't think.
Although it'll probably be more geared towards women, but
I was just, I
That's what he's
wasn't,
talking
Well,
about.
that's who
That's
was-
what he's
I
mentioning.
wasn't going to
That's
say
who's going to be
anything.
doing most of the walking.
All right. From a parking standpoint, what discussions have you had with the landlord regarding available parking?
I know that parking is a little tight there, but, we should have 3 to 4 spots open.
And you know that, or I'll make you aware that in the past, there had been some concerns regarding parking with the next door neighbors. And so one of the things that you'll be required to be vigilant about is making sure that your customers, park either on this property. And I know, at least for now, I see Mr. Williams in the audience. Mr. Williams owns the vacant property for now. At some point, that will not be totally vacant. There will be a building there. So it'll be your responsibility to make sure that that is properly managed and policed so that we don't have problems with neighbors.
Right.
So, okay, very good, very good. Board, other questions for Shannon?
When would you like to open up?
Probably thinking end of the summer.
End of summer as in end of August? Or
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes. It'll take some time to get everything, the inventory.
got it.
And the only deliveries, so to speak, you'd have would be people coming in with their
Right.
clothing.
Yep, no planned deliveries. Commercial.
Okay, good. Board, other questions or comments for the applicant? Okay, just sit tight for a moment. Has anyone signed up for this particular application? No. Okay. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to address this matter that did not sign up? And then, Mr. Costello, is there anything in addition to what's already been entered into the record that you believe is pertinent or appropriate to be added to the record for this particular application? Okay. And then, Shannon, is there any additional information you would like to add that you feel is appropriate or pertinent to your particular application?
Nothing further.
Okay. And again, we'll have this conversation at our work session next Wednesday. Welcome to attend, or again, you can give Mr. Costello a call next Thursday.
Great.
Okay?
Thanks.
Thank you for your time, and I'll declare this public hearing officially closed. With that, we'll move on to our communications and announcement, and I'll start with our clerk, please.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. The free rabies clinic that we held on Saturday, June 7th at the Public Works Complex was very successful. 214 dogs and cats were vaccinated by the Monroe County Health Department and were handled very professionally. Thank you to all who helped me that morning, especially Animal Control Officers Steve Schicker and Bruce Blackman, and my assistant Christine Shaw. They were very helpful, and it made everything run very smoothly. If you missed our rabies clinic, a complete list of free rabies clinics for the rest of this year can be found on the town website at www.penfield.org. Just go to our Animal Control Office link and scroll down to Animal Control Office documents. And our next, the next free rabies clinic will be held on this Saturday, June 21st, at the Town of Perrington Highway Department at 100 Cobb's Lane.
Thank you. Mr. Gwynn?
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. Good evening, everyone. A Veterans Resource Picnic will be held on Saturday, June 21st from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. at Veterans Memorial Park. All veterans are entitled to a number of benefits and services. Veterans and their families are invited to join us for an afternoon of community, fun, food, music, games for the kids, and an antique car show. Also, there will be opportunities to speak with local representatives from Veterans Services, such as Monroe County Veterans Agency, Veterans Administration, and local social organizations. Lunch is free for veterans and $3 for all others. Please register by June 18th by calling 340-8664. Veterans, please bring your DD-214 form with you. Second, Penfield's Independence Day Parade and Celebration will be held on Friday, July 4th. The parade will begin at 2 p.m. this year and run from Penfield High School to Penfield Community Center via Route 441. Parade MC will be Don Alhart, Associate News Director for WHAM TV. Parade marshals will be Penfield Players and George and Kathy Wiedemer. Featured musical groups will include Penfield Fire Company Band, Towpath Volunteers Fife and Drum, Webster Marching Band, Downbeat Percussion, and many more. The celebration at Harris Whalen Park will begin at 5 p.m. and run to 11 p.m. There will be music by 441 and then Doghouse. Food and then fireworks at 10 p.m. For more information or to participate in the parade, please call 340-8651. And in conjunction with the 4th of July festivities, to guarantee safe passage for emergency vehicles during the town's Independence Day celebration, parking restrictions will be enforced. No parking signs will be posted on Thursday, July 3rd, and removed after the event. The Monroe County Sheriff's Department will be monitoring compliance. Tickets will be issued and cars will be towed at owner's expense. Parking for the Harris Whalen neighborhood parking will be prohibited on one side of these neighborhood streets adjacent to Harris Whalen Park: Avonmore Way, Hidden Meadow, Hillrise Drive, Lazy Trail, Valley Green Circle, Valley Green Drive, Maple Hill Farm Road, and Maple Leaf Circle. Parking will be prohibited on one side of Wheelock Road and the southern portion of Peachtree Road. Parking will be prohibited on both sides of the following streets: Baird Road north of 441 to Wayland Road, Hotchkiss Circle, Henderson Drive, Kenmont Drive, and Peachtree Road, the northern portion. Also, there will be fireworks and traffic flow and parking rules and restrictions that will go into effect at 10 p.m. on July 4th. So please be mindful of Monroe County Sheriff's Department as they are directing traffic around the Wegmans and 441-250 intersection. Please visit penfield.org for more details and maps of our Independence Day events. Thank you very much.
Thank you. The Penfield Players announces auditions for Why Torture is Wrong and the People Who Love Them on Saturday, June 21st from 1 to 4 p.m. at the Penfield Community Center. Christopher Durang turns political humor upside down with this raucous and provocative satire about America's growing homeland insecurity. Directed by Jared Lee Morgan, Why Torture is Wrong and the People Who Love Them tells the story of a young woman suddenly in crisis. No monologues are necessary. Sides will be provided to the actors. No more than 3 rehearsals will be necessary for this reading. Performance will be Saturday, July 19th at 2 p.m. The Penfield Players is a nonprofit community theater organization sponsored by the Penfield Recreation Department. It's entering its 50th season of great performances. It's one of the oldest continuing theater groups in the Rochester area. The Penfield Players is open to anyone who has an interest in theater, whether it be acting or other aspects of production, such as costumes, makeup, lighting, or set design and construction. For more information, you can visit their website at penfieldplayers.org. My other announcement is regarding garage sales. We're in garage sale season, and if you're planning a garage sale or an event, here are some important sign rules to follow. Signs may be placed on the seller or event's property and or on the property of others with the owner's permission. Signs may be placed in the community in reasonable proximity to the sale or the event. The sign should not exceed 6 square feet in area per face with a maximum of 2 faces. Sale signs shall be installed no sooner than 24 hours prior to the sale and must be removed immediately after sale. Also, please do not place signs in the right-of-way. Do not attach signs to utility poles, fences, trees, or other structures, and make sure not to block access or visibility to fire hydrants and sidewalks. When in doubt, please ask the town. If you have any questions about where you may place a sign, please call the Building and Zoning Department at 340-8636 in advance, or take a look at the helpful flyer that's on our website at penfield.org. That's all I have tonight.
Thank you. Just a couple of items that I'd like to mention. First, a little bit of a plug. At noontime today, I had the opportunity to join the Penfield Ecumenical Food Shelf. They had a recognition luncheon for all their volunteers, and they asked that I stop in and say a few words to the group and to thank them for everything that they do. And as I was reflecting on that discussion that I had with them and the fact that they're going into a period of time as folks think about with school being over, vacations, that a lot of times residents don't think about the food shelf maybe as often as they should, and would just encourage that they need materials, especially dry goods, all year round. So if you have an interest to donate, please log on Penfield Food Shelf and take a look at their website. They always list a number of needs that they have. And then certainly donations are accepted as well, and that those donations are used to fill in. I'd like to recognize former Supervisor George Wiedemer and his wife Kathy, who organized the lunch. Many others certainly assisted, but George and Kathy were really the catalyst to make that happen. So again, the food shelf is one of those services that we have in the town that you wish you never had to have. But there are many families certainly that are less fortunate, and would just encourage all of us to be sensitive to this period of time between the end of June and Labor Day regarding the food shelf. The other item I'd like to mention is that I know that the town has, to a certain degree, inconvenienced a number of drivers as we've been doing a lot of paving on Baird Road and on Jackson Road. The Baird Road project has been completed. We're now going back, setting mailboxes and doing the final grading. That should be done here over the next week. And then Jackson Road, we've got 1, possibly 2 more days that we're going to disrupt traffic in that area as we put the top coat on. And right now, weather permitting, we're looking to do that next week. So we get through another week somewhat rain-free. everything will be back to normal both on Baird Road and Jackson Road. Thank you. Mr. Moore.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. The Penfield Trails Committee will sponsor a free guided canoe and kayak paddle on Saturday, July 5th from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Enjoy a paddle down Irondequoit Creek in a canoe or a kayak. Meet at Ellison Park, south entrance, where we will paddle to LaSalle Landing Park on Irondequoit Bay. Personal flotation devices must be worn. You must provide your own canoe or kayak or arrange for a rental. The paddle is expected to last about 2 hours and will be led by the Penfield Trails Committee members. While the paddle is free, participants are asked to register at Penfield Recreation at 340-8655. Also, to celebrate June Wellness Month with the Penfield Recreation Department, they will be hosting their Rothfuss Park Farm Walk for kids again this year. The Rothfuss Park Farm Walk is one way to learn about the tools, animals, and crops that were once the life of this former farming property. Pick up a Farm Walk passport at the red box near the playground at Rothfuss Park and follow the instructions inside. Complete all 3 walk themes and bring the book to the Penfield Recreation Department for a special prize. This program is underway and runs from now through July and August. For more information about family wellness programs, please visit penfieldrec.org. Thank you.
Continuing with our Wellness Month, being June the Wellness Month, please check out the Penfield Recreation Pedometer Program. This is a 4-week self-monitored walking program that you can begin anytime. To make the challenge, simply commit to walk a total of 30 minutes at least 5 days a week. You can walk for small amounts, increments such as 10 minutes, 3 times a day, or all at once. Registration fee is $1, and all participants will receive a pedometer. Weekly walk and talk sessions will be held at the Penfield Park's schedule available at registration. These sessions and the chance to meet fellow walkers and enjoy Penfield Parks. These sessions will have a leader to help facilitate each session. Participants who attend all 4 walk and talk sessions will receive a special prize. Come to the Recreation office to register and start walking today. And my other announcement is that my next community chat will be Tuesday, July 15th from 5:30 to 7 in the new book area at the library, if you want to talk about any subject around Penfield, about Penfield. And I also want to thank Jim Costello and Jim Fletcher and Jeff Benway, and then the Kiwanians, Bob Calabrese, John Hanratty, Jim Podowski, who did such a wonderful job organizing the joint Town of Penfield, Penfield-Parrington Kiwanis Golf Tournament that took place on Monday. It was a huge success, and these guys, they put so much effort into it, getting the players, organizing the prizes and everything. It's so much fun. It was so well done at Shadow Lake on Monday, so I know it was successful, and I thank them for all their efforts.
Thank you. Okay, that brings us to public participation. 3 ways in which you can participate if you're here in the audience. You can call in at 340-8771 or log on at penfield.org. We have 2 opportunities to do that, one right now and then one at the end of our meeting. With that, is there anyone signed up to speak at public participation?
No, there are not.
Anyone in the audience that would like to address the board on any matter? Okay, seeing none, we'll move on to additions and deletions to the agenda. Are there any additions or deletions to the agenda this evening? Okay, seeing none, move on to approval of the minutes of May 21st, 2014, and would entertain a motion of approval.
I'd like to move that the minutes of May 21st be approved.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion on those minutes? Seeing no discussion, I would ask for a roll call vote of approval.
Cole.
Aye.
LaFountain.
Aye.
Metzler.
Aye.
Moore.
Aye.
Quinn.
Aye.
5 ayes.
Okay, petitions. Has the town clerk, town attorney, or town board received any petitions since our last meeting? Okay, seeing none, we'll move on to resolutions by function. We'll start with law and finance.
Okay. Authorization for town clerk to attend the 2014 Cornell Municipal Clerks Institute, CMCI.
Moved.
Second.
Whereas the Cornell Municipal Clerks Institute is a premium education opportunity provided by a partnership of several professional clerk associations and Cornell University's Community and Regional Development Institute. Whereas the program serves to promote the continued education and professional development of municipal clerks. Whereas Town Clerk Amy M. Steckloff applied for a scholarship through the New York State Town Clerks Association to further her education while saving taxpayer dollars. Whereas the association has found it fit to award one of the two $400 scholarships offered to Town Clerk Amy Steckloff to put towards her education goals. Now therefore be it resolved that the Town Clerk of the Town of Penfield, Amy Steckloff, is hereby authorized to attend the Cornell Municipal Clerks Institute from July 13th through July 17th in Ithaca, New York. The balance of the cost will be allocated from the Town Clerk's 2014 conference budget line. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Any discussion?
I just want to say that this will be my third year going to the CMCI, and after the end of this year, I will have had enough of the college experience there to become a certified municipal clerk, assuming I satisfactorily pass all the exams and write all the papers properly.
Okay, great. Well, hopefully we can get 3 votes to send you. So with that, I would ask you to call the roll.
Cole. Aye. LaFountain.
Aye.
Metzler.
Aye.
Moore.
Aye.
Quinn.
That sounds like fun. I'll vote yes.
Thank you. 5 ayes.
And congratulations, Amy, on receiving that scholarship.
Thank you very much. Granting issuance of a conditional use permit to allow a flooring and carpeting center at 50 Wilbur Track Road.
Moved.
Second.
Whereas an application has been received by the Penfield Town Board for the issuance of a conditional use permit pursuant to Article 3-3-94 of the code to allow a flooring and carpet center at 50 Wilbur Track Road. Whereas the Town Board of the Town of Penfield held a public hearing at the Town Hall on June 4th, 2014, at 7:30 p.m. on said date to consider the said application and to hear all persons interested in the question of the issuance of this conditional use permit. Now therefore be it resolved that the applicant's request for a conditional use permit to allow a flooring and carpet center at 50 Wilbur Track Road is hereby granted hereby granted subject to the following conditions. Mr. Supervisor, I'd just like to note that there are 5 conditions which are very similar to this type of resolution that this board has seen in the past. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you, Mr. Moore. Any further discussion on this particular resolution? No. Seeing none, I would ask for a roll call vote, please.
Cole.
Aye.
LaFountain.
Aye.
Metzler.
Aye.
Moore.
Aye.
Quinn.
Aye.
5 ayes. Accepting donation of a portion of 1454 Fairport 9 Mile Point Road from Paul L. Amish, Richard A. Amish, James B. Amish, Barbara Burrell, and Patricia L. Amish. That's it.
Moved.
Second.
Whereas the Amish family has offered to donate to the town of Penfield an 18-acre portion of a 69-acre parcel located at 1454 Fairport 9 Mile Point Road in memory of the Amish family. Whereas the property is proposed to be subdivided to allow the town to receive the 18 acres on the west side of Fairport 9 Mile Point Road and to allow the remaining 50-plus acres on the east side of Fairport 9 Mile Point Road to be sold. Whereas the town board is supportive and very appreciative of this donation of the 18 acres to the town of Penfield. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board hereby accepts with great appreciation and gratitude the donation of the 18 acres of land located on the west side of Fairport 9 Mile Point Road as part of 1454 Fairport 9 Mile Point Road from the Amish family. Thank you.
Thank you. Discussion?
No.
I think it's just appropriate to recognize the Amish family for this donation. Longtime residents, they wanted to see the property both on the west side stay undeveloped, and by donating that to the town, that'll become part of our overall holdings, park and open space. And on the east side, their wishes to see that, kept in somewhat agricultural use. And so by doing this, it ends up being a win-win for all parties involved, and we look forward to maybe adding to this property down the road. So with that, I'd ask for a roll call vote.
Cole.
Aye.
LaFountain.
Aye.
Metzler.
Aye.
Moore.
Aye.
Quinn.
Aye.
5 ayes. Establishment of the 2152, 2164 Fairport 9 Mile Point Road Water Special Improvement District.
Moved.
Second.
Whereas a public hearing was held on June 4th, 2014, to consider the petition and to hear all persons interested in the establishment of the 2152 through 2164 Fairport 9 Mile Point Road Water Special Improvement District. Now therefore be it resolved that the annexed order be executed by the town supervisor and members of the town board to establish the 2152 through 2164 Fairport 9 Mile Point Road Special Improvement District. Thank you.
Thank you. Any further discussion on this particular resolution? Seeing none, I'd ask for a roll call vote, please.
Cole.
Aye.
LaFountain.
Aye.
Metzler.
Aye.
Moore.
Aye.
Quinn.
Aye.
5 ayes. Authorization for town board to charge maintenance fees for Smith Road Cemetery.
Moved.
Second.
Whereas on May 10th, 1968, the Smith Road Cemetery Association petitioned the Penfield Town Board to take over the operation of the Smith Road Cemetery located on Gloria Drive, Penfield, New York. Whereas the town board agreed to undertake the operation and maintenance of said cemetery. Whereas the town clerk and the Department of Public Works have been providing services in the interest of maintaining proper appearance and use of the cemetery. Whereas the town clerk has continued to maintain all Smith Road Cemetery records concerning burials. Whereas in the past, the town would charge $100, of which $50 was appropriated for administrative and $50 allocated for maintenance. Now therefore be it resolved that administrative and maintenance costs have increased since 1968 for these services, and the town has determined that it will need to increase fee charges following a burial and made payable to the town to accommodate increasing costs for maintaining cemetery grounds and records. Now therefore be it resolved, a fee of $200 will be paid to the town of Penfield, $100 of which will be collected for maintenance provided by the Department of Public Works, and $100 of which will be collected for town clerk administrative services and made effective upon adoption of this resolution. Thank you.
Thank you. Discussion. Seeing no discussion, I ask for a roll call vote, please.
Cole.
Aye.
LaFountain.
Aye.
Metzler.
Aye.
Moore.
Aye.
Quinn.
Aye.
5 ayes. Authorization for supervisor to execute a mandatory agreement with Monroe County regarding the Panorama Valley Sidewalk Project.
Moved.
Second.
Monroe County and the town of Penfield previously entered into an agreement dated September 20th, 2013, authorized by the town board, whereby the town of Penfield agreed to provide for the Panorama Valley Sidewalk Project in low-mod areas in the Panorama Valley. Whereas Monroe County and the town of Penfield wish to amend the agreement to extend the term of the agreement. Now therefore be it resolved that the town of Penfield supervisor be and hereby is authorized to execute this amendatory agreement with Monroe County to extend the term to May 31st, 2015.
Thank you. Discussion? Seeing no discussion, roll call vote, please.
Cole.
Aye.
LaFountain.
Aye.
Metzler.
Aye.
Moore.
Aye.
Quinn.
Aye.
5 ayes. Authorization for the town board to accept a Monroe County Community Development Block Grant for $34,750 for the Panorama Valley Sidewalk Project Phase 2 and execute an agreement.
Moved.
Second.
The town of Penfield is a member of the Monroe County Community Development Block Grant Urban Consortium, and the town has entered into a cooperation agreement to participate in the community development program and comply with the laws and requirements regulating the program. The town of Penfield, after consultation with the public, has identified an appropriate use of potential community development funding in the town. And the town of Penfield has made application to the Monroe County Development Administration for a project that satisfied their determination. The Monroe County Development Administration has awarded a grant for a maximum amount of $34,750 for the Panorama Valley Sidewalk Project Phase 2 in the town of Penfield. The town has deemed it in the best interest of the town to accept this grant. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board of the town of Penfield accepts this grant and encourages the implementation of this project. Now therefore be it further resolved that the town of Penfield supervisor be and is hereby authorized to execute an agreement with Monroe County for the project and the grant.
Thank you. Discussion. I would only make a comment that currently you see the work going on Penfield Road from the American Legion all the way down to just shy of the Home Depot entrance. Drainage work is going in. Sidewalks will be completed, so that all is tied in. I'd like to recognize the County Executive Maggie Brooks, and the County Legislature for their support on this, and not only in the Phase 1 that we just amended, but also this Phase 2. These are funds that are used, very valuable to a community, and give us an opportunity to put in some additional, in this case, drainage and sidewalks that maybe we wouldn't be able to do. And so we appreciate that support from County Executive Brooks and the Legislature. With that, I'd ask for a roll call vote, please.
Cole.
Aye.
LaFountain.
Aye.
Metzler.
Aye.
Moore.
Aye.
Quinn.
Aye.
5 ayes. Awarding contract for catch basin replacement project.
Moved.
Second.
Sealed proposals were sought and requested in the manner prescribed by law to furnish the Department of Public Works with quotes to replace or repair catch basins in the town of Penfield. On Thursday, May 29, 2014, the following sealed proposals were received, opened, and read publicly. AP Property, there's several categories of restoration fees listed. Ironwood, as well as Villager and CP Ward. The bid proposal received from AP Property Services was the lowest proposal received, which meets the town's needs and meets or exceeds all of the town's bid specifications. The funds for these services are available in the 2014 DPW highway budget. Now therefore be it resolved that a contract is hereby awarded to AP Property Services to furnish catch basin replacement and repair per the specifications of the bid and the town specifications. In this resolution, the bid submitted by AP Property Services shall constitute the contract, which is to be reviewed and approved by the town attorney.
Thank you. Discussion. Seeing no discussion, I ask for a roll call vote, please.
Cole.
Aye.
LaFountain.
Aye.
Metzler.
Aye.
Moore.
Aye.
Quinn.
Aye.
5 ayes. Authorization for supervisor to sign recreation contracts.
So moved.
Second.
This authorizes the town supervisor to sign 3 recreation contracts, all summer-related. One for a walk-in-the-park fitness instructor, another for a Zumba instructor, and another for a participant with the Independence Day Parade.
Okay, thank you. Any discussion on this particular resolution? Seeing none, I'd ask for a roll call vote, please.
Cole.
Aye.
LaFountain.
Aye.
Metzler.
Aye.
Moore.
Aye.
Quinn.
Aye.
5 ayes.
This brings us to old business. Any old business to come before the board this evening? Seeing none. New business. Any new business to come before the board? Again, seeing none. This is our second public participation. Is there anyone that would like to address the board on any matter? Okay, I see no one. As we start to wrap up tonight, I would ask that if you're viewing, please, stay tuned in. We have a couple of short video clips that we would like you to take a look at. One is with regards to the controlled burn that we had at 1600 Jackson Road. We refer to as the White House, which was done on Saturday. The second one is Dayton's Corner School, and Councilman Quinn and myself were the ace pie cutters and servers. And if the truth be known, we also had some sampling that was done as well. With that, the board meeting for June 18th, 2014 is officially adjourned. Thank you, Penfield TV, and thank you to our viewing audience.